Hey guys, Infidel1258 here. Today I want to share with you a pack opening. I'm going to open 126 Chaos Legion packs, and then myself and Jim are going to talk summoners, which ones are overrated, underrated, which are cheap and expensive, and at the same time we're using SplinterCoach data. SplinterCoach.com for $5 a month allows you to track your in-game success, your wins, your losses, how you're winning, when you're winning, which rule sets and which mana caps are working for you. And this information is fun to look at, and two, it helps you win more often. Check it out, splintercoach.com, $5 a month. I'm really enjoying it, and we're going to use it in today's video to make some decisions about which summoners are overrated or underrated and which ones price points make sense. So stick around. Have an amazing day, guys. God bless. What do we got here? Let's see. What could I do? Let's do some. Can I open some packs?
Actually think I'm going to buy one.
Nice. I approve of your decision to buy an alpha pack. I'm gonna open. Let's see. I'm gonna open. Ooh, should I? Hang on. Let's see what the cards are worth. Over here. So Chaos Legion packs are selling for $1.30, and the cards inside are $1.22. Ugh, frustrating, man. Frustrating. But you know what? I want to open some anyways. I'm gonna open a hundy. Do I want 1, 2, 6? Go that way. This is the problem. This is why I won't live to see a time when Chaos Legion packs are worth a lot, because I just cannot resist opening them.
Open them.
Yeah.
Oh man.
Actually, now that the potions are essentially free, I think I have a max Chaos Legion set, like more than. I'm pretty certain. My gold foils won't be maxed, but I'm pretty sure I've got it. I don't think there's a single card I'm lacking. I could be wrong about that though. Ooh, Test the Wide. I actually think I might be lacking on my Test the Wide. Tusk. That's a fun word. So Jim, what are you doing later today?
I don't know if I'm grouping up with Dan, and we're trying to figure out what it is we're going to be doing this week and then next week for content creation. Or if I'm just going to talk to him online. I'm going to see if I can do that because Jamie, my sister, and I are going to run over to the mall and try and find a gift for our mom for her birthday coming up next week.
That's awesome. Sounds like a good quality day with like friends and family and doing stuff for other people. That's beautiful. Love it, bud. I'm enjoying this. There's some good little wins in here. Got some gold rares. Got some epics. I know that they're not particularly expensive. That's okay.
How much are gold foil quicks going for?
$40, 35.
Gold foil quicks?
50. That's my guess. That's my final offer.
All right, let's see how close you are. All right, you're pretty close. 78 for a single BCX.
78. Okay.
But a max copy, ooh, 282. 70 BCX up, or per BCX.
That's such a good card, though.
Yeah, it is.
SplinterCoach really like affirms the quality of that card. I want to finish these packs, but I'm really enjoying this app or this website and let's see, summoners. Look at, so Kalia is played very often and wins relatively a lot considering how often it gets used. Immortalis, so reliable. When it plays, it wins, and it plays a lot. Conqueror Yasik actually used to suck, and I tweaked some things and getting a lot more success. Anything around the 500 mark in my mind is going to be, especially if you're playing it this often. Like look at 1,400 battles, and I played Kelly at 200. That's 1 in 7 of my matches I use this card, and this is like 1 in 10 or something like that. 8, 9, 1 in 9. So these cards I'm playing a ton. That means they're way more valuable. Lily Shieldpaw, still like an amazing win rate and still a lot of plays. And then look, quicks higher than 500, A ton of battles. Okay, not as much as like a Kelia, not nearly as much as a Kelia, not even close to as much as the Immortalis, but it's not like the Quix is barely being played. It's being played as one of my more common summoners, and yet it wins. And Thaddeus too. Thaddeus is like my, for the cost, he is the best summoner to, for the successfulness of it. And while considering the cost, Thaddeus is for sure the best summoner in the game. But let's keep looking at these guys.
Don't talk about Lux.
Oh, I got a legendary gold foil right there. Oh, another one. Gold foil. Nope.
Close.
Very close.
Aww.
Come on, legendary gold foil. Two of them though. I'll take it.
Beautiful.
Bok Jira, I love that guy. So good. So good. Grundy. Oh, another one. Got a little legendary pool over here. Yeah.
Really?
Love it. Okay. Oh, another one, dude. Can we? Goldie. Come on. Give me the Goldie. What's going on right now?
Dude, that's so many.
And no gold foils. Come on, dude.
It's still early, though. It's still early. You're halfway.
Dude, that was a lot of heat, though. I feel like that might have been my luck right there. We'll see.
No. You're good. You're good. The next line's going to have a gold foil leg.
It makes me want to race through, though. Like, since I almost got something, like, you know what I mean? Like, it makes me want to just race and see if...
All right, I lied. This is gold foil.
Yeah, every gold foil. Deep Lurker, quality. I'm confident that these cards are going to be super desirable. I think land is going to drive these prices. I think the future growth of our game, I think when SPS goes up, the player base grows. I think when the player base grows, the price of cards grow. I think the rental revenues grow, and then the prices of cards grow. I'm so optimistic on these assets. And we were talking about SPS earlier and being at 1.6 cents. Interesting, like I alluding to earlier, like, you know, we don't know where the floor is for a token. Either there's no need for it to be 1.6 pennies. It could be one, it could be half of one. Like the floor could be a lot farther down. And if you buy now, as you know, you and I have recently done, like, you know, you theoretically are riding, you can ride that down like a significant way. And if it gets to 1 penny and I bought it too, then, you know, I could have doubled my SPS just by waiting. But the thing is, I'd rather be early than late. That's the thing for me. Like, again, if you believe in Splinterlands. 3 of them, though. That's awesome.
3. Holy cow.
Wow. Oh, another one, dude. Another one. Come on. Let's go. Oh. Man, this is a lot of legendaries.
Yeah, it is. Come on. We need one. Right? We need one?
We really don't, but I want one.
We need it.
We need it. Oh, here we go. Come on. Come on. Please. Please. Oh.
Oh, 2 Lyras.
Okay. I know it's hard not to be pumped. Like doubles. Like I feel like this is a lot of legendaries. This is only 126 packs.
Okay. All right. If we get
Love it.
Burn it. All right. If we get another legendary, you have to wait for the last card to open it. Okay.
Okay. I'd take some epic gold foils even. Here we go. All right. There he is. The man, the myth, the legend, the winner. He just wins. Thaddeus Brood. Oh.
All right.
Oh.
Okay. Last card.
Oh my goodness. I feel like we've opened so many legendaries that we've actually
so many more.
We've actually created like like an interesting, you know what I mean? Like there's an increased odds that this is a gold foil because
we still have all of the other fiends.
You stop.
I mean, yeah. It's it has to be.
It has to be.
It's impossible.
It's impossible not to be. Okay, let's go. Come on. Please be artwork I already saw. Oh,
that would have been a good one.
Yeah. That was a good quality. That was fun. I'm glad I did that.
Question on your splinter stat thingy. Why didn't I see Lux on there?
I sold my Lux.
You sold all of them?
Yeah, I had three, I think. Did I have three?
Yeah.
Yeah, I had three originally. I had two from being on from going to Splinterfest. And then I bought one lucky enough to raffle one or whatever, or get one in the beginning. And then I sold, I feel like I sold one right away or two the same day, maybe, like when it launched. And then,
Okay.
and then I carried one and kept one. And of course I love it. But, yeah, I needed DEC for the burning, or no, I can't remember what I needed, but it was like recently I did it. And oh, you know what? I needed revenue for our renovation. My family did a massive
Oh, that's right.
renovation.
Okay.
That's right. So
Oh,
what's it going for
I
now?
gotcha.
Because I definitely want it. Let's see, Lux. Yeah, I sold it for more than this. A lot more than this. So, it'd be interesting to maybe come in here and snag one. But I don't have the money right now. But the problem is,
Yeah.
if you take these moments when they're here, you can get some really great prices, like on a card like Lux, or if you go look at, like, Kitty's been even reasonable. I saw Kitty like below 3 the other day. Like, what's this? A level 3 Kitty would be pretty impressive, and that's only $1,700. I'm not saying that's cheap. It's super expensive, but I mean, that would be really useful to me, and I would have my kitty again. But of course, I don't have the cash for that. And what's Yoden doing with you right now?
Yoden.
Let's go. Let's see. Where is it? Yoden. So, $700 for a level 3. That's like, to me, that seems. That's a really good. That seems like a great price to me, to be honest. I know Reflection Shield has made Yoden a lot weaker, but he's still
good.
He still is great. He's not as good as Kitty, but he is a strong summoner. He is one of the best. And this price to me is like, people are just eager to see money in their pockets for different things, whether it's, you want to get more land, or you're trying to get your DEC ready so you can be ready for land, or whether you're like, who knows what's happening that's causing cards like this to sell at these price points, but I would argue he's well worth it.
I love Mimosa.
But then Valinor is such a beast. And look at this, like, this is for what this card is and for how rare this thing is. There's only 2,800 total BCX of this card, and you can right now buy a max copy for $1,700. That is, to me, more exciting than a level 3 Kitty.
Some would consider him the best summoner in the game.
Those
people would be right.
Yeah, I might be in that camp. Guard Llama kicking around for 1,100 for a max copy. I find him to be quite niche, actually. Like, you have to know. I don't love him. I mean, he's a lot of fun, and when he wins, it can be really annoying because your opponent ends up
win more.
Yeah, it is a win more situation, isn't it?
Yeah.
This is a card I like a lot, and I think it's actually quite meta, actually. Like, the speed reduction, because speed is so important. Hit point reduction, weaken, essentially, is so powerful. And with the Death Splinter in particular, the redemption cheese is like, works really well with Cryptmancer as well as Thaddeus. That's why Thaddeus is good, because the removal of hearts is actually really meaningful.
Immortalis, I kind of like that guy a lot.
So good, actually. I used to think he sucked, actually. It's funny. When this thing launched, I thought, ugh, gross. Yeah. But he's proven to be so good. He is truly one of the. And when Untamed
are maxed out.
When Untamed gets retired from Modern, this guy is going to have even more of kind of a throne on there as one of the best. What were you saying?
I was just saying 160 for a maxed out copy.
Super cheap, man. Super cheap. $160 for a max level summoner that wins a lot and plays frequently. I'm gonna switch away from my video and go no. Hang on a second, because I want to feature a little bit of Splinter. Over here. Bear with me for a second, guys. Boom. There. Now, do I still have audio? Testing. Yep, we're good. And Jim, say something?
Hello, hello.
Okay.
Testing.
Got you. Okay, so now I don't have my video on. I want to go back to SplinterCoach. And yeah, like yeah, $160 for Immortalis. And it plays, you know, that's 20, I think 140 matches amongst 1,400 matches is 10% of the matches. So I play this card 10% of the times I play the game, and it wins half of the, like, that's really impressive considering I'm playing at the highest levels of champion. Like I'm fighting for, like, I'm never on the leaderboard, but I'm up there. I'm in the 4,000, 4,200. So I'm fighting against the best players in this game, and Immortalis is winning. And so to me, SplinterCoach is telling something really interesting about the power of Immortalis. And when you mentioned a moment ago, that's only $160 for a max copy of that. Like, compare that to some of the rares. I mean, Kelia is, I think, $230 or something. Let's go check. Boom. Boom. So Kelia is a buck 15. So look, a max copy 100. Okay. So it's cheaper than I thought. I thought it was closer to $2 a BCX. But still, you get a Kelia for like $120 max copy, or you get a legendary for $160. And you know, that $40 is pretty significant. So if it really was between Kelia or, okay, fine, get the Kelia. But I suspect most of you already have Kelia, Chaos Legion being what it is. Maybe you already have Immortalis. But man, Immortalis is worth owning, and if you don't, you should. And yeah, Thaddeus Brood, he is cheaper than Kelia. Brood is at 70 cents a BCX, man. This card is quality. $60 for a max summoner. If I had very little money, I would buy this summoner max level, and I would equip it, or maybe not even max level. Maybe I'd buy like the 60 BCX range, so I'm fighting in gold, and I would build myself a really quality gold death deck, and I would start there, and everything else can be, you know, icing on the cake. Yes, you want a dragon. Yes, you want a second splinter or another splinter. You'd want maybe a Lux if you could afford it. But I'm saying you can start here with a quality summoner that wins a lot, and the data shows it. And you can, and I talked previously about how, you know, how I win with this one, and you need to build a certain deck that, you know, you can click on the card here and you can see what it partners well with, and played with this. Look at that, I got a Pegasus in there now. But this is the redemption cheese that I like doing, and you know, really low mana. This just works, man. It's got a weaken with the Thaddeus. It's got a weaken with from the Dr. Blight. It's got a weaken with the Undead Priest, and you can get certain critical levels of the Priest, the Slime Ball, the Presence, without having a max copy. And so, plus if you can afford it, man, Dr. Blight is another, just so good. We talked about this before. Let's see what new. Let's look for a summoner that's overrated from a price point. Look at this. Valdemar wins a lot, but I don't play him
a lot.
So is he worth, you know, $150 a BCX? I would, you know, that is interesting. Hey, like when it works, it wins. But the problem is it doesn't always fit because of mana probably. This is another one, Archmage Arius. I was really surprised to see this data. I know it's a small sample size, but for 6 wins and 11 losses, this is one of the most rare summoners in the game. It's super expensive. It feels like a beast because it's got like the plus, but you often, what I'm realizing is like you either build a magic team or an archery or a melee. You don't usually do monsters that have all three. Sometimes you get monsters like the aggro longtail that have melee and magic, but that's not common exactly. And so, interesting card, massive price point, underwhelming data. It's interesting to see how that can happen sometimes. I think those probably have to be the two serious considerations. It's got to be given that data. You got to either say Valinor or what's his name, Archmage Arius, are too expensive for what they give you. And I think when you recognize that Archmage Arius is like that win record, and I have great cards, so it's not like my Dragon Summoner is under supported. And the Valinor, although it is more niche, wins a lot. I think you got to say, like, the most overrated summoner ends up probably being Archmage Arius. Not saying it's of course strong. Where did it go? There you go. It's of course strong. It's just like for what it's cost. Like what this thing is a beast. It costs a fortune. Filter.
Mm-hmm.
Like I bet Kitty's cheaper. Look at this. I mean, $12,000 for a max copy because there's only one available. That's how rare we're talking.
Yeah.
Versus, you come in and you buy a max level kitty today if you want for probably $3,000. Mm-hmm. This one, 6 copies, and then 1, 2, 3, 4. Yeah, something in the neighborhood of 3,300-ish. You could buy it right now. Yeah, 3,200 right now. So I mean, I enjoy looking at the data this way and understanding, because it's not just which cards win really a lot. It's also like what is overrated, and then maybe if you did have an Archmage Arius, you might use that information to then liquidate and then buy other things. Like, what could you do if you could equip like multiple decks with these relatively cheap Chaos Legion summoners that are really powerful, that win a lot? You could start to generate more revenue through your time and attention within the same game. So I'm assuming you can manage to play 20 games a day kind of thing. 24 battles a day. Yeah, man. Cool stuff. We'll probably wrap up here in a couple of minutes there, Jim, but let me go back to YouTube. Boom. Guys, before we get to that place, I just want to say again, thanks so much for hanging out. Thanks so much for all your conversation today. Thank you for supporting the channel financially as well as with the content ideas. Ethical Hacks only says SPS price is looking nice and cheap. Too bad I blew most of my money on cards. You know what though? Cards are like a money tree that is going to keep paying, right? Even it's going to garner more SPS. And I think the cards are bottoming, it seems like to me. While SPS, I don't really know. But as you guys know, if you follow the channel, I've been filling my bags with SPS, and I will keep filling no matter how low we go. Jim, any thoughts or things you want to say before we wrap up here?
It's been a good time so far. I know it's hard, and but you know what? I still think we're gonna be on the up and up eventually. Just be patient. We talked about how soon that we're gonna be able to stake all the cards on land, and it's gonna be hard to get cards at that point. So just be ready and be patient.
Mm-hmm. My card value. Let's have a peek at this. I know that my card value has been shrinking. The other day I looked at my owned card assets. Okay, so it's been stable. It was above 40,000 US, and today again it's at nearly 41,000. And I've been tracking this on Twitter, guys. If you don't know, follow me on Twitter. The account is Time N Attention, and I post there about Splinterlands, but other things too. And recently I posted my ongoing tracking of my data. In fact, my card value is up by $200 today. Well, you know what though? I just opened those 120 packs, so that probably would have added to it. So the card prices have been relatively stable for me over the last month. And there have been some changes. Some have gone up though. That was interesting. I posted recently about this. And some of my cards have gone down and others have gone up. I'm getting like detailed Excel spreadsheet data on this. Like I'm tracking how much is going up or down every month. And cards like alphas and betas were following. Alphas, betas fell, rewards fell, dice and chaos fell too. Whereas I think Untamed Dice and Rift Watchers went up in price or were stable. So that was interesting to see because some cards are bottoming, it seems. And that's over like 8 weeks or something now. Interesting to see. Like Jim says, reason to be hopeful for, this next phase. I just hope July ends up being more, let's say, things actually become materializing, hey? Thank you so much for coming to hang out today. And Klaus, I'm going to put a post on YouTube saying, Klaus won. And also, guys, just thank you for hanging out today. Klaus, reach out to me, leave a comment on the video, or reach out to me on Discord. Okay, bye for now, guys. Have an amazing day. Thanks a lot, Jim.
It was fun, man. Take care.
Bye for now.